Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. An 8-race card at Belmont on Wednesday. Let's have a look at the likely conditions. We're expecting a partly cloudy day, around 18 degrees Celsius. The track to be in the good 4 range and the rail to be in the 13-metre position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 12:39. It's the Tab Touch Plate over 1,400 metres for the 2-year-olds. The replay horse. Look at Dawn Armada finishing 4th at Belmont Park at the end of May.
By Festival Miss, who heads the remainder with Dawn Armada. Inside the 300 now. All that sizzle headed off Nemiroff. The favourite really under heavy pressure, and Jedaffair claims them both. Jedaffair looms up. Here comes Festival Miss down the outside for Pike. At the 100, Festival Miss ranges up, joins Jedaffair, who kicks. Festival Miss, Jedaffair split the line.
Dawn Armada over-raced in the replay race, but did still come home with the fastest last 200 metres and the second fastest last 400. I think she can turn the tables with number 11 Jedaffair over the extra ground here, third up in what is her second preparation. The siblings, they've all won races and they've got up to 1,500 metres as well, so I think the trip will be okay. So number 13 goes on top. From number 11, the aforementioned Jedaffair, 6th up in its preparation. First issue-free run last start when beating Dawn Armada. I'm just not quite sure that 1,400 metres will be the go, and only the 4th fastest in the final sectionals as well last start. Number 4, Megachino. Trevor Andrews was going to spell this horse. He came back with an elevated heart rate after his debut. He was pretty firm in the market, single-digit odds. He's decided to continue with the preparation. He's a very big horse, Megachino, and well-related as well. It's a half of Ross Martini, willing to give him one more chance. And then number 2, Karanis. The blinkers go on the first time for Nick Cox and Paul Harvey. On top selection in race number 1, I'm going to go with number 13, Dawn Armada, to beat 11 Jedaffair, 4 Megachino and 2 Karanis. Race number 2 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:14. It's the Sign On Group handicap over 2,000 metres. The replay horse. Can look at the top one. Number 1, 4 White Fox, winning at Belmont Park on the 30th of May.
Then 2 lengths, yeah, Bravo echoes in time, and now Pike brings the favourite to the middle of the track. It's starting to make up ground here. 4 White Fox at the 200. Clever Dick had stuck his head in front, but here comes 4 White Fox down the outside. 4 White Fox at the 100 surges up. Pike draws the Persuader, comes away, and there's another one for the Wizard. 4 White Fox wins from a tight...
4 White Fox absolutely bolted in a couple of weeks ago. Really has turned the corner for Adam Durant. Will be having its 6th run on Wednesday after a very long time off the track, 566 days. Also trains trainers as well, used to be with Simon Miller. I think there's more improvement to come from 4 White Fox here, and with the claim of Brodie Kirby bringing it down to 56.5, actually gets in lighter than it did last start when William Pike was aboard. Number 1 goes on top. From number 3, Bold Victory. Last 3 runs have been in Saturday grade, drops back to midweek class, and last time he did that, he won a Class 3 56 plus. This is exactly the type of race he hits on Wednesday. Number 4, Yeah Bravo, was held up in the replay race. Now meets 4 White Fox, 1.5 kilos worse at the weights due to Kirby's claim, but I think he's running quite well. He's 8th up in his first WA preparation, previously with Chris Waller in New South Wales. And then number 5, Dealing. The blinkers come off here. I think D-Mac told the stewards that the horse was unshooted by the shades last start. Forgive that run, go back 2 starts when it was behind Fast of the Wind, only beaten 2 lengths. Definitely a place chance at worst in this race. On top selection in race number 2, we're going to go with number 1, 4 White Fox, to beat 3 Bold Victory, 4 Yeah Bravo and 5 Dealing. Race number 3 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:49. It's the Glenroy Chaff handicap over 1,200 metres. It's exclusively for the 3-year-olds. The replay horse, and look at number 3, Flash of Thunder, winning on debut last year.
Flash of Thunder shows the way clearly by the 300. Kicked away 3 in front. Secret Target down on the inside is battling away. He goes to work. Johnston Porter on Flash of Thunder. It's increased the lead. It's 4. It's 5. Nearly 6 in front of Matalia, Aura Breeze, St. Eligius late along the rail, but a great debut win by...
The replay race was back a week before Christmas, but it was a very good debut performance by Flash of Thunder. Any maiden win by 3 lengths is noteworthy. Forgive the last start before it went for a spell, raced really erratically, willing to put a pen through that. The trial was good behind Luke's Gold, and it's the barrier here that's key for mine on Wednesday. Barrier 2 gets a the weight down to 55 kilos, and whilst there's some pretty decent horses in this race, and I think it's a pretty even field, the barrier for Flash of Thunder means that he should be able to get to the front and dictate terms. 3 Flash of Thunder goes on top. From number 8, Beat the Bell, who's drawn barrier number 9 here, third up in its first preparation, had the fastest late sectionals in both races, and one of those was behind Fabergino, no less, beaten 2.5 lengths. That's sensational form for a midweek race. Just concerned as to where Beat the Bell will get from the barrier. The same can be said for number 7, Thunderstruck. Barrier 11 for Lucy Warwick to negotiate here. She was in the same trial as Flash of Thunder, probably trialled just as well as my top selection, and ran pretty well behind Oregon Bronze as well. That was considering they were a lot further back in running than Lucy had expected to be. It didn't go right at the start, came with the fastest late sectionals, certainly a chance here. And number 6, Moe de Vega, the visor's going for the first time, having its second run in its first preparation, led all the way on debut, well at least until Brutus Maximus came to grab it. Brutus Maximus is definitely a Saturday horse. Moe de Vega maps quite well here with Flash of Thunder. My top selection in race number 3, going to go with number 3, Flash of Thunder, to beat 8, Beat the Bell, 7, Thunderstruck, and 6, Moe de Vega. Race number 4 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 2:24. It's the David Gray's Agling Handicap over 1,200 metres. Going to go right back in time in the replay, back to October 2016, and the maiden win of number 5, Cape Lady.
Further back behind those came Truly Rare. At the 300 metre mark, though, My Lady still the leader is Cape Lady. She's out clearly by 2 lengths to Ragazzo, Doro and Explosion, Red Noir, then Mariga. But Cape Lady's off and gone. She's extending the margin late here. And the charge forward filly draws away to win it easily. Cape Lady beat Ragazzo.
That's about as far back into the archive as we would go for a box seat replay. October 2016. But Cape Lady was very impressive on debut back in the day when she was with Simon Miller, winning that maiden by 3 1/4 lengths. Now with Adam Durant. Last preparation she finished second first up behind Imperial Venus, and then a Forgive run when she only beat one home, elevated heart rate and also came back lame. I really like the fact she's coming here first up without a trial. I think the alarm bells are ringing, and number 5, Cape Lady, this half of C. Annie and Ragnar Saga, I think will take a lot of beating in race number 4. She goes on top. From number 6, Free Cell, having her second run after a let up of 62 days since joining Lindsay Smith from Monica Tyson, was very well supported for a first run for Lindsay Smith. Went off at $3.30. It was a little bit disappointing. Removed the gear, did Lindsay, for that race. The bubble cheeker and the visor. Finished off okay from a wide gate. Gets barrier 2 on Wednesday. A lot better draw. I think there's a reasonable gap then to number 2, Comparative, who's deep into his preparation. Over race last start over 1,300, so back to 1,200 metres. And number 1, Little Hercules, another one that's made a lot of gear changes here. Lugging bits, tongue tie and earmuffs all come off. Second up in its first preparation for Jimmy Taylor. He's a good place for horses, and the claims there with Emma Stent as well. My top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 5, Cape Lady, to beat 6, Free Cell, 2, Comparative and 1, Little Hercules.